everyone, it's Steph. This is the Novelty Corner and we are about to look at the Read Digital Challenge for March. If you are new here, every month I have a Read Digital TBR bingo board, which is basically a series of prompts designed to get me to pick up books from my Kindle unread TBR to try and get through as many of those books as possible. Obviously, I do read outside of the prompts for this challenge on my Kindle just because I enjoy reading on my Kindle, but this is just sort of a fun way to pick up some books that I might not necessarily reach for and click on immediately. Of course, reading digitally means different things to different people. It could be ebooks, audiobooks, digital webcomics, it could be digital graphic novels, whatever form of digital reading you enjoy doing, go for it. It can even be fan fiction if that's your thing. This is just really meant to be a fun way to pick up some things that you've been meaning to read for ages, but you just haven't gotten to yet. There are always 9 challenges. 3 tend to be challenges that are action challenges, but you can tie them to a book if you would like to. And then 6 of them are reading challenges, and you can double up, triple up. If you can find a single book that matches all of the prompts, go for it. I take my hat off to you if you can do that. I tend to pick a book for each challenge just because I do read so much, but that said, my TBR doesn't always stay the same because I am a bit of a mood reader and sometimes I swap out the prompts. I do have a list of books that I would like to try and read for this month's challenge, and I will share those with you at the end. All right, that's enough rambling at the start of the video. Let's get into the prompts. The bingo board this month looks like this. And the 9 prompts are: read a book with green on the cover, read a book with plants or flowers on the cover, read a book that is over 350 pages long, share a favorite book on social media. Again, with this one, you could read a book and share it, or you could just share a book that you've already read and loved. Write a review for a book you've read. This could be a book you read this month for the challenge, or it could be a book that you've already read in another month and you just wanted to type up the review and share it. Clear a book from your device that you no longer plan on reading. I regularly go through my digital books and I clear out things that I no longer plan on reading. So this is a good opportunity to take something off there, so possibly make space for new ones. That's probably what I do more, but I thought it's a good idea to encourage people to actually actively go through and look at their collection and decide what it is you are truly excited to read about. Read a book by an author from a country that is different to you. Read the oldest book on your TBR and read the next book in a series. So I have picked books for most of these. So this is my Read Digital TBR for March. For the challenge to read a book with green on the cover, I'm planning on reading Full Moon Rising by Kerry Arthur. She is an Australian paranormal author. I think there might be romance in here, but I'm not entirely sure. I have been meaning to try some of her books for ages, and this one has green on the cover, so I thought it would be a perfect fit. For the challenge to read a book with plants or flowers on the cover, I'm going to go with A Touch of Ruin by Scarlett Sinclair, which I keep putting on TBRs and I haven't got to yet. It is the second book in her Hades and Persephone series. I really want to continue this series, so I am making this a priority. Fingers crossed I get to it. For the challenge to read a book that's over 350 pages, I have 2 options. The first is The Codebreakers by Alice Sinclair because I haven't yet read this in February. I don't know if I'll get to it, so if I do, then I'm going to swap it out for Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne, which is another NetGalley arc that I have, and they're both over 350 pages. I need to read them both before the end of March, so hopefully I will get to one or even both of them before the end of March. I haven't picked a book to share on social media or a book to write a review for yet. I'm just going to wait and see what happens, and likewise I haven't picked a book to clear off my unread TBR yet. I will probably spend a bit of time in March going through and just thinking about things that I really want to read that are sitting on my Kindle. For the challenge to read a book by an author from another country, I was going to go and try and find something outside of the UK, US, but then I remembered I had A Taste of Honey on my Kindle TBR, and this is by Kai Ashante Wilson, and he is American, but I really want to try this book, so I thought I'm just going to pop it on there. It's not super long. I believe it's under 200 pages, so it's novella length, but it is a book that I'm very intrigued by. I've heard people talk about it very generally, so I don't know all that much about it, but they've said good things. For the challenge to read one of the oldest books on your TBR, I'm going to be reading Forged in Ash by Trish McCallan. This is Red Hot Seals book number 2. I read the first one years ago. I can't actually remember all that much about it. I think they're military romance books. I have no idea, but I'm going to try and pick it up because it's been sitting on there for years and years. And then for the challenge to read the next book in a series, I'm going to read The Rake of Rothel by Emily Howard. This is the sequel to The Beast of Beswick. It's a historical romance. I really enjoyed The Beast of Beswick last year, so I want to continue this and see what happens to all of the characters. So that is my Read Digital challenge for March. In the comments, let me know if you're planning on participating. I know lots and lots of people that I know now primarily read on their devices, so it's not so much a challenge to clear out the books. I'm personally taking it as a challenge to pick books that I have had sitting on my Kindle for a long time so that I get through them, because quite often I will download a book and read it straight away, and then I forget about all the other things that have been sitting there for a while. So this is my way of trying to get to all of those books so they don't just stay sitting there forever and ever and ever, because otherwise they will. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.